Oh, I read the thing.
Yes.
Hello?
You don't have it memorized by now?
Dude, I GPS'd my way to work for like 4 months, and
And
I
you think
live
you're gonna
4 minutes from my job.
and you think you're gonna learn We Didn't Start the Fire?
I can do it with songs. I can remember songs. I can't remember like anything else because like the music kind of helps and stuff. Yeah. So, hello and welcome to Unlimited Appetizers, the show where we simulate killing time while waiting for your food at a restaurant. I'm your host, Erin.
And I'm a hot, bubbling pot of Dr. Pepper, Mancha.
Oh, could go for that right now.
I almost said Mr. Mancha, and I was like, whoa, hold on, I am not at work.
We're getting weird tonight.
Ooh.
That's
I
fine.
can't even do Mr. Mancha is my dad. It's not. My dad's a doctor.
Oh, Dr. Mancha, like Dr. Mario.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
So the big news from the last episode is
Oh my
we
God.
predicted the future, and that was kind of weird.
Yeah, so I won $10 million in the lot. I wish.
Oh, I wish. Oh, I hope some of the other stuff comes true. Not all of it. I'm like open to whatever Erin gets lost means. I'm gonna hope it's like a positive interpretation. Like Erin gets lost in like a really good book or something. But, like,
If only it was Stinky Kevin gets lost, because we could probably have checked that off.
that is like my worst nightmare. Oh, more like he gets lost.
Yes, that's what I mean. I'm
Yes,
saying
okay.
that his balls are gone.
Yes, so yeah, that's the other news. So we predicted the future, and Stinky Kevin got neutered on Monday, and he has to wear a cone. They were like, not all of them have to wear a cone, but if he's licking it, put a cone on him. And we had a cone laying around, and he was licking it, and I was like, all right, them's the rules. Sorry, buddy. He does not like it. I feel bad because he is more behaved than I've ever seen him in his life. And I'm like, dang, I feel kind of bad that I had to like neuter you to get you to like behave. And then Tyler was like, this is what happens when you cut a man's balls off. And I was like, oh, I guess you're right.
Listen, listen, if someone cut off my balls, I would stop being silly and goofy. Like,
no, I mean, he's still a little.
If the silly goofy police castrated me, I would stop being silly and goofy.
I feel really bad because it's not like I wanted, like, everybody tells you gotta do it because they'll, like, spray all over your house and, like, do weird stuff, and it's like, you know, if they can't, like, mate, it, like, it sucks for them, so I'm like, oh, I feel bad, but, like, yeah, I don't know. I have conflicted feelings
I'm not,
about
like,
it.
judging it, because I know that that's, like, proper pet etiquette for the little I know about pets, but,
Yeah.
like...
I also got him microchipped, so if we ever lose him now, I can find him. So that's good.
Now the government knows about Stinky Kevin.
That's okay. They should know. I can't track him down. What resources do I have? I have really bad vision.
Do you have like an app, like you know, Find My iPhone, Find My Kevin?
Well, I think there are apps for it, but you have to get the chip in them because like you can't just like they don't carry cell phones. And I don't make him wear.
Did you get the chip? You said you got the chip.
Yeah, the microchip.
I'm saying now, is there a Find My Kevin app you can get?
I think so. I think there are. I haven't activated it yet. But they gave me like the stuff to do. I think it's something like that. But yeah, hopefully I never need it because he's an indoor cat. But like if he runs out the door one morning or something because the maintenance people let him out or something, like I'm always worried about that. Whenever they have somebody coming in to spray for like pests or do like a maintenance thing, I have to make sure I'm home because they aren't gonna know not to let him out, you know? And they say all this stuff in the emails, like make sure you secure your animals. So I'm always worried about it, and now it's like I'm a little less worried. But yeah.
You gotta take care of your stinky etiquette.
Yes. Back to being clairvoyant. So we made this bingo board for 2023, and like what were the things? We were talking about the Clone High reboot. That one was like, we knew it was probably coming, but there was like an update about it, and like that was weird because we'd like just talked about it.
It was a freebie, but still we take those.
Yes.
The big we all know what the big one is. The Alec Baldwin one was the update, like
Yes, the Alec
on the
Baldwin
court
one. So
case.
we said another Alec Baldwin moment, and I know it's related to the other one, but the last time they were talking about it, I did not think he was going to prison. And when they said that for like, it's like maybe like 5 years or something for like manslaughter is like what it might be. I was like, oh, that is a moment. I will count that as a moment. Also, like the proximity to when we talked about these things made it weird. We also talked about Tim Allen dying, and he didn't die, but he flashed his wee wee at Pamela Anderson on the set
Like a
of Home
million years
Improvement.
ago, apparently.
Yeah, like a billion years ago. But like that came out the other day, so that was interesting. It was just weird. It was like all the stuff that we talked about. And then the elephant in the room is I was joking around being like, "Oh, I'm a fan of all these people that end up getting canceled. It's happened to me like so many times. Ha 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 ha." And then like we posted it, and I think like the day we recorded it,
It
Andrew
was
Callahan from All Gas No Breaks
Yeah,
also
yeah,
got
I
in
forgot about
Channel
that
5.
guy.
I was also a fan of him, not as diehard, but like I was like, oh, that like kind of counts. And then
2 days
Justin
later.
Roiland, like a second Rick and Morty co-creator, has hit the Pentagon or whatever the meme is. It's not the Pentagon. What is it?
No, that is the meme or the towers.
Yeah,
Both work. Here's the thing. At least it's the bad part of Rick and Morty.
I disagree. I loved him. I was a really big fan of him. No, the bad part of Rick and Morty was Dan Harmon getting divorced and being like, I'm going to make all these plot lines about how sad my life is because I'm like projecting. That was like a thing people used to complain about. They were like, oh, let Justin like do his thing, like screw Dan Harmon. And then now it's like, ugh. It's like they both had a scandal. Like it's bad. It's, they removed him and they are going to make season 7 without him. And I've seen a bunch of stuff, like the floodgates just open on Twitter. Like he said so many weird things in DMs to like so many people. And it's really weird because I was such a huge fan of it and I stopped after like season 3. And people would still like buy me Rick and Morty stuff and like send me Rick and Morty memes and stuff, and I like just didn't tell people like, I don't watch it. And now I'm like, huh.
Yeah, I've seen more than you now, which is weird.
Yeah, and it also sucks because I was writing a YouTube video that I had like written notes of like as early as like a couple months ago where I was gonna be like, oh, I'm like revisiting my Rick and Morty phase and I'm gonna like watch the rest of the episodes. I'm gonna talk about all the weird stuff that happened with the fandom and blah blah blah. And then this happened and I'm like, I either can't make a video or I gotta wait a while and the video is gonna be real different.
You gotta wait till season 7's out. I think
That's the thing. I was like, if it comes out, like I should watch it and see like what's different about it. But yeah, thanks, Justin. You messed that up along with a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, that was disappointing. There was a time in my life where I was a huge fan of him, but like when all this happened, I realized like people were posting clips of him on like podcasts and stuff where he was saying like really weird stuff, like just a bunch of weird clips. And I realized like I was a fan of him, but I didn't really watch him like I think he was on H3 and I watched like that. But like I didn't really follow him as an individual as closely as I do like some other people I was a fan of. And I think I would have realized earlier that he's like crazy because he was saying some real like unhinged shit on some of these podcasts he was on. So I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I've never really like particularly cared for Justin Roiland. So for me it's just like whatever. Like
I liked him and everybody dunks on the like stuttering and stuff. Like I thought it was funny and I liked it. I liked like what he did, but then now like seeing all this I'm like, oh yikes. Okay. All right. Yikes. Anyway, that's that. So yeah, we predicted that. That was weird. It was like the Andrew Callahan was like the appetizer, and then that was like, oh my god, please stop, please make it stop.
Now we've got unlimited appetizers.
That's true. That's true.
We will continue to keep you updated on our predictions as they
Oh,
happen throughout the year, both on Twitter and on the audio show.
yeah. It's also been a weird time to be an H3 fan because Ethan had both of them on very recently and was like publicly very good friends with both of them, and he has to be like, I didn't know, sorry, and like it's crazy. Anyway, that I
Yeah,
have a
that's
lot of
always
feelings.
hard. Like when you're friends with someone you don't know, or like
Yeah.
hadn't like rationalized how bad someone is. Like that
Yeah.
happened with the McElroy brothers back when John Roderick got canceled.
Is that Bean
Uh,
Dad?
that was Bean Dad.
Oh, did he do anything
Because
else other than the bean thing?
he had like tweets from like a million years ago that were like a little edgier.
Mm.
That I can be more forgiving against because people change, right? I was like significantly edgier like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I was a bit of a shithead.
Yeah.
So, that like wasn't a big deal because it was like significantly far away and there wasn't anything like it recently.
Right.
But like, I also don't care about John Roderick, so I'm not keeping up on the John Roderick goss.
Yeah.
And their new theme song is just better, so I don't care.
Sometimes it all works out. And maybe in like a year we'll be saying this about Rick and Morty season 7, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be I think Critical keeps calling it like a wet fart or something, like it's not good.
What I thought was also crazy is that like Solar Opposites is also continuing.
Mm.
Which is the who is the other co-creator? Is it like Dan McMahon or something?
Mm.
Um
He also quit or he resigned as he probably had to the Squanch Games, and they like just released a game. Like it's crazy. And then it turns out they had like a sexual harassment lawsuit like a couple years
that was
ago.
like hidden.
Yeah. So that's
Uh
crazy.
Mike McMahon for Solar Opposites. So like
Mm.
Justin Roiland's also out of that show and he's like the main voice.
He was on so many things, and this was going on since like 2020. So like I feel like all these places, like there must have been some behind the scenes stuff where people knew this was gonna come out eventually and just like no one was like saying anything about it. But yeah, it's rough. It's disappointing. I feel weird about it because I feel like there's probably people that used to know me that don't know me really well right now that probably think I'm still as diehard of a fan as I was and are probably like, oh, Erin likes people that are bad. And it's like I really haven't watched a show in like a couple years. So I don't feel as connected to it. Like if this happened at the height of me being a fan, this would have been like very crushing. And now I'm just kind of like watching like the fire. I'm like, ugh. Anyway, sorry. I talked a lot about that.
It's your equivalent to like the J.K. Rowling stuff for me because I used to be a big
Oh,
Harry Potter
yeah.
fan, and I'm not gonna get into that. It's like I used to
Yeah.
be a big into that, but like I'm glad I'm mostly over it.
It's happened to me so many times at this point that there's few people where I'd get like really really hurt if they like did something bad. Like there's just because I liked so many comedians that were all like in trouble and stuff because they were doing bad things, and I don't know. Eh. I keep my like circle of like people I put on a pedestal very small now.
That's good.
Hmm.
I promise I won't do anything cancelable.
I can't
So you
promise
don't
I
have to.
won't. I mean, I feel like this conversation is more than I'll ever speak about controversial topics publicly normally, but like I don't know, it's weird.
Mm. Let's use that as our segue though into
Yes.
our talk topic. We'll see what we can get out of. We've talked about games and we've talked about cartoons and at least 3 other things. So today we're going to
Yes.
talk about movies that we enjoy or don't enjoy. Well, I don't know. We're going to talk about movies and we're going to have fun with it. Erin, what's your favorite movie ever?
Oh, I was really hoping that we wouldn't start with that cuz my favorite movie is a Kevin Smith movie. It stars my boy Seth Rogen and my girl Elizabeth Banks. It is called Zach and Miri Make a adult film. That's my favorite movie.
I've never seen that movie.
It is weirdly really cute at like parts, and I was like, I like the relationship between the two characters, and it was like a friends like falling in love thing, and like I don't know, I just thought it was really cute and it was funny, and it had a lot of people in it that I liked and thought were funny. I also don't watch a lot of movies, and all my favorite movies are like dumb comedies, so that is on there.
Mm-hmm. See, like I have a like rotating like top few.
Hmm.
Um, I think my favorite movie right now is Knives Out, and I think that it's sat up there for a good while.
I was gonna say if I had to pick like serious one, more serious ones to put on there, like Knives Out and Glass Onion are both like very up there for me. I just had
But yeah,
Tyler.
I loved both.
I know some people are like a lot of people I'm friends with are like I like Knives Out better. Tyler and I both liked Glass Onion better. I liked them both. Like it's like the difference is like this, but like they're both like so good.
Yeah, I liked Knives Out more specifically for the fact that I like whodunits a little more than I like How Catch'ems. And
Oh,
like Glass Onion
interesting.
is like is more of a How Catch'em than a whodunit because that's like the whole point. It's like
Yeah, I will
it's
say there was
really
enough.
obvious.
Yeah, there was like enough stuff going on where like for a while I was like, oh, maybe not. Like, yeah, I agree with that. I just think like it was I liked the characters in it because I like outlandish like celebrity type characters and things, and that was like, the personalities of all the people in there were more characters that are like appealing to me. Um yeah, I like laughed at more of it, like
Yeah.
some of the like throwaway line. Like the one like actress lady, like half the line she says, I'm like, oh, that's so funny. Like
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's the difference between like a 9.9 and a 9.85 for
yeah,
me.
like
So it's like
other movies are still like way below.
it's like Glass Onion I would put as like in like my 6th favorite slot out of interest of keeping my top 5 all different things.
Yes, that's totally fair. Um Trying to think, I don't have a lot of favorite movies. I don't watch a lot of movies. When I was younger, my mom would make me watch like classic movies with her that like I hadn't seen. And I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with it. Like I think I said this previously. One of my resolutions is to watch more things that aren't YouTube, blah, blah, blah. I think I maybe watched like one movie on my own all of last year, and I've already watched like four, I think. So I'm already doing better. Yeah.
So I have a top 5
Okay, let's hear it.
comparatively. I have a top 5, the order of which is kind of whatever.
Mhm.
Okay? Knives Out is but if I had to order them, Knives Out for the longest time my number 1 spot was Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That's number 2 now. Uh
Classic.
really liked that movie.
It's a good
No,
movie.
I don't. Just in case anyone's worried, I don't. What's the word?
Manic Pixie Dream Girl, whatever.
That's not what I'm trying to think of.
Something
I don't
controversial Scott
idolize
does.
Scott Pilgrim, right?
Yeah.
Right? I like he's a bad person, and that's the point of the movie. I just like saying that
Yeah.
because when you say that Scott Pilgrim versus the World is your favorite movie, it gets worrisome. But like,
Did you read
you
the
know.
comics?
Yes,
'Cause
I have I moved them to I have another shelf. I
Yeah,
have
'cause
the box set.
yeah,
He's
'cause
much worse, and it's much more pronounced in the comics.
yeah, I was gonna say like I read the comics and I feel like that gave me more perspective for the movie because like when you're going into the movie, it's Michael Cera who you are expecting to be cast as like a nice nerdy guy in any movie that he's in. So I think it was like a little like off-putting to people. Whereas like when you're reading the comics, it's more clear. It's like oh he's like an asshole, but like I still love the movie and I love Michael Cera. So I was like all
Yeah,
right
it's about
cool.
him stopping becoming a piece of shit.
Yeah.
3 is Color Out of Space, which is like a recent adaptation of a Lovecraft story.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
it's just like really, really pretty because they use this like really vibrant like magenta color palette the whole time. Really
Mhm.
good. 4th is the Matilda movie from like the 1990s, 96, I think,
Mhm.
the old one, and then the 5th is
Okay.
The Incredibles, the first one.
Ah, okay, cool. Oh, I was just thinking about this. I don't know what my favorite like childhood movie was. I know we did
It's
a
The
Disney tier
Incredibles
list.
and Matilda, which are still on my list.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. I was really into Osmosis Jones as a child. I remember there was a week of my life where I watched it every day for 6 days, and the only reason I didn't get to it on the 7th day is because it was Easter and my mom made me go to my grandma's, and I was real mad that I didn't get to watch Osmosis Jones that day and I broke my streak.
I just rewatched that the like 2 weeks ago.
When me and Tyler like started dating, he put it on something and then he fell asleep and I watched like the entire thing and I was like, love
It's
Osmosis
free
Jones.
on YouTube,
Oh yeah, I think we found it
which is
on something.
insane.
Yeah.
Um,
That was probably my favorite movie for a while when I was a kid.
because I rewatched it because I was like, can I show this to my students? The answer is probably, but I'm not gonna risk it because
That's
it's just like
fair.
a little weird.
Times were different.
Yeah, the
People
jokes are
are
like a tiny bit much just for like, religious school.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Um was that all your top 5?
Yeah, those 5.
I don't know that I have more. I will say it, for as much as I'm like, oh, I love Seth Rogen and Adam Sandler. I haven't seen all of either of their movies. I'm working on it very slowly, and Tyler's like down to like watch them with me. So that's like one of the things I want to try to do this year. Um, I really liked the Sonic movies, and I'm excited for the Mario movie. But we talk about the Mario movie all the time.
I
Um,
still haven't seen the Sonic films.
Oh, they're really fun. I really like them. I don't know. I had with all the stuff with the design changing and stuff. People had a lot of mixed opinions like before it came out, and then I feel like it's very solid, especially for like a video game movie.
Did you see Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers?
No, I was saying that I wanted that's on my list because you were telling me about it, and I know I want to see it. Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
believe that that's just a character. Ugly Sonic. That's his name.
That's funny. Yeah, I really want to watch that. I can talk about bad movies that I watched. Well, actually, I only really watched one bad movie. So I watched 4 movies this year. One of them was by canceled man. So anyway, um, Andrew Callahan. And then but that that all just happened. The I watched Bullet Train. I think it was on Netflix. That was really good.
I want to watch that.
Fun
That's on
like
my
action
list.
movie. Yeah, my mom told me to watch it and then Tyler watched it without me and I was so mad, so I just like watched it alone. That was the first movie I watched of 2023. That was the first of my trying not to watch YouTube things. That was really good. I watched I think the same night. It's called Murder Mystery and it's got Adam Sandler and I think Jennifer Aniston. Cuz I was just in like a murder mystery mood
I
from
was
like
just in a murder mood.
Cause yeah, it's weird. Well, it's like I don't like scary movies, and I think for a long time I always thought like, oh, murder movies are like scary, and then now I'm like, oh no, like I love murder mystery movies. I just don't like horror movies, and I can take like a little bit of horror. Like there was the movie, it's like Pete Davidson and a bunch of girls. It was called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. That's like kind of a murder mystery thing too. And that one's like a little like creepier, but not really. Like it was still pretty like comical, and I really liked that. And then I like the Knives Out, Glass Onion, whatever. So I don't know if anybody's got good murder mystery movies. I can tolerate a certain amount of scary. I just can't do like a psychological horror film. Um, Bad movie I watched, Game Over Man on Netflix. It has the Workaholics guys, and they're not playing the Workaholics characters. They're just a different group of 3 guys that are basically the Workaholics characters. Um, and that was like it's a weird they're like hotel employees and there's people like taking hostages in the hotel and stuff and they like accidentally through tomfoolery kill a bunch of people and save the day, blah blah blah. But it was really bad, but I still had fun watching it, but it's bad.
Yeah. One of my like goals is so like for a while I've been working on a letterboxed for ranking every horror movie I've watched, and I want to watch like as many as I can and fill the list out. it's been on big pause recently, and I really want to get back into that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, recently, like I watched, I've seen like a couple movies like in theaters. Like I watched Strange World in
Oh.
theaters. Strange World was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. I watched Black Adam in theaters because Glass Onion wasn't in the theater is why I went to see Black Adam. Um and then like the other night, I don't know why, I sat down and I was like, I'm going to watch a movie, and then I watched Zoolander again.
I
Because it's
don't
like
think
been
I've
going
seen it.
around on TikTok
Yeah,
and like Instagram.
yeah. I was just talking about this with people at work the other day. Somebody brought up Zoolander, and I was like, I don't think I've seen it. Like, I remember I had a friend who like that was like their favorite movie, and they would like always tell me that.
You'd really like it. It's really funny.
I
I'm
bet
a
it
big
would.
fan.
I love dumb comedy movies. If there's like a movie where someone you know went to see it and was like, "That movie sucked," I probably like it.
It's Zoolander's like one of those like comedy movies that just like has a couple just like really good scenes. There's one where a bunch of like these male models, they're all like hanging out, and they're like having a party, and they all go to the gas station and start spraying gas everywhere.
Oh my god, that's
And
funny.
I will not finish what happens, but it gets
I can put some pieces
it
together.
is extrapolatable.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just reminded me. One of my favorite movies in high school was Paul Blart Mall Cop.
I also rewatched that recently.
I love
Um,
that movie, and I did not like the second one. It made me so mad.
so two things on the Paul Blart train. One, my coworker who I'm friends with loves that movie, and we did a drinking game to it.
Ooh, what are the
Uh,
rules?
I rewrote them down. I remember all of them. But it's like whenever Paul gets hurt, whenever there's
Yeah,
property damage, whenever someone makes fun of Paul, like
I was
stuff
thinking it'd
like
be a lot
that.
of like he falls down because that happens like
Whenever a
1,000 times.
character falls down,
Yeah,
whenever someone mounts or dismounts a Segway,
those are all
like
good. Those are good rules.
it was good. And then Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 is a trip that I enjoy very ironically, mostly because the McElroy brothers have a podcast where they watch it every year.
Oh, that's fun.
And this is like their 9th year. It's like them and two other guys from a podcast that does a very similar thing. It's just funny watching them slowly go insane from like the lore they're creating about Paul Blart Mall Cop.
When I say I didn't like it, I should specify on a general like comedy movie level, I did like it. I just, the stuff that they like change in the beginning made me sad when I watched it. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's still fun in like a bad way. Um, I I don't. What other movies have I watched? I'm trying to think. There's like, okay, what's like a classic movie that everybody's like, oh, this is so good that you like watch and you were like, oh, they're right. Like, it is really good.
Oh, see, I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
You can go bad if you want to, but I only had an answer for good.
I don't know if I have an answer for good. I'll have to think. Because most of them is just like, yeah. You know that one Family Guy gag where they're like in the it's from the older seasons. They're in like a panic room that's filling up with water, and Peter's like, guys, I have a confession to make before I die. I did not like The Godfather.
I don't think I've seen The Godfather all the way through. I love Goodfellas. That movie like rocks. I don't think I've seen the Godfather movies though.
I probably just need to watch it again because I don't hate The Godfather, but it's just like I couldn't get into it the first time. It was really long, and like even like a movie I'm interested in when it's that long, like that's too long.
That is fair. How long is it? Is it like 3 hours?
It's like close to a 3-hour movie if I remember correctly.
That might also be a deterrent to me.
It is 3 hours long, and it's just like after the 2-hour mark on any movie, it's just like I've been here for a long time and would like to go very soon.
I talked about my experience with the Titanic, I think, on like an early episode, right?
I think so.
I think I did. I was like, my mom was putting it on and she was crying, and I was like, "Why are you crying?" And then by the end of the movie, I cried so hard I couldn't keep my eyes open because you go into it thinking like, "Oh, I know they're gonna die like at the end because I know what happens with the Titanic. How could it make me sad if I already know?" And then it does. Um, but that wasn't what I was gonna say. So I was gonna say in line with me liking Rick and Morty, BoJack Horseman, Breaking Bad, all things that are criticized for like when that dude on Tinder likes that movie or that show a little too much. I really like Fight Club, and I am not
You have
afraid to
talked
say it.
about this.
Yeah.
This I remember.
Yes, okay.
Um I'm looking through like classic movies. There's none of these that was like, well, I didn't want to watch that and I did and it was good. Like
Um
like okay, here's an interesting one. I had no clue what The Princess Bride was, so I'm like, that
oh.
sounds boring, and I'm not gonna watch a movie about a princess bride. And then I got to college, and all my friends were like, "What the hell? You haven't seen The Princess Bride?" And they made me watch it. I'm like, "Oh, that is a good, funny comedy film for the family."
I like that movie. I will say there's some people I've known that made it a little too much of their personality to a degree that annoyed me. I know I have nowhere to talk with some of the stuff that I like, but I like that movie, but I don't need to be quoting it all the time.
Yeah. Um. Here's the other one that's just like everyone likes this movie, and I'm like, I can't really get into it. Like, I don't hate again. I don't dislike it. It's like I can't get into Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I've seen it like
Oh.
twice. I don't know. It really is just the story. Just I just don't get it.
Well, I
I
mean, yeah,
don't.
it's awful.
Oh, okay, but like even if it's awful, there's a point at which just like I could still get it. Like the old Batman like movies, the bad ones, like Batman Forever. So like I get it. I get what's happening. I don't know what happens in Rocky Horror. Here's
Yeah.
I've seen it like 2 or 3 times too, so I'm not like it's not like going on memory. Like off memory, it's like their car breaks down, and then they go to it's raining, and they go to like the castle, and then they dance a bunch, and there's Meatloaf,
I love Meatloaf.
and they sleep with like the Frankenstein man, both of them.
Yes, I think so. I know what you're saying. It's like a bad cult classic movie, but it's not bad in a coherent way. I okay, I wanted to like it going in, so I just tried to find parts of it that I liked, and those are like the part that I try to focus on. Like if somebody puts the movie on, I am like bored at times. If you go to like a live show, it's like different cuz it's like audience participation or whatever, but my favorite part is the Meatloaf song. And I think like 80% of my love for the movie is just concentrated in the Meatloaf scene. Um
I like the music a lot. It's just
okay.
like I'm fine with that. It's just like
I think the
I cannot imagine making this movie like watching it as many times as some people do. You
yeah,
know, I guess is the way to put it.
I
You
feel like
know,
part of it is just like you don't understand the lore at all of like the alien people and like what their deal is, and it kind of gets
that's the
like
part
thrown
I'm
on you out of
interested
nowhere.
in.
Yeah, exactly. Like if they did more with that or something, yeah. But you know, it's classic for being a big what am I watching?
I don't know, but and it's not like a bad movie. I don't think so. It's like there's not like the I'm enjoying this like ironically
Hmm.
thing. It's like I get like the why people like it type stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Um,
Um,
I think we're. Do you
I
have
was gonna
anything else you
say,
want to add? I have one more thing that I wanted to talk about,
I
and
was
then I think I'm good.
I was gonna say I like Kevin Smith movies. He tricked me with Tusk, that ruined my life. I
That
like
movie was much less bad than I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna level. I was
no,
terrified out of my mind to watch it, and then I watched it and it was like, okay, that was like fine.
no, everybody that heard me talk about it said the same thing. It's just really my particular brand of stuff I don't like, even if it's like alluded to and not directly shown. I can't handle it. And I went
Mhm.
in thinking it was going to be something else because I just read the plot description that was like guy gets turned into a walrus, and I didn't think they meant surgically. I thought they meant like magically. So that is why I hated it so much, because if I knew it was that, I wouldn't have gone to see it because I know I can't handle that stuff even if it's like hinted at. Um but I know a lot of people said that they were like, "Oh, I thought it was going to be worse cuz you were like freaking out." And I'm like, "No, this is just like a my brand thing." I also I don't know. I like I like Tarantino and Wes Anderson, the most, uh
You keep mentioning
things
things I've
people like.
recently watched. I've only seen one Wes Anderson film, and it's Fantastic Mr. Fox, because that was also free on YouTube, and it was really good. I really enjoyed that.
You might
Because I'm
like
trying to catch up on my movies that I haven't seen.
you might like
I
Isle
like
of Dogs.
that is on my list. I
Yeah.
like Tarantino. I I don't know if I know why. My girlfriend hates Tarantino, just like conceptually, and like I get it. I don't have anything against that. But I do like Pulp Fiction,
Pulp
despite it
Fiction was
also being very, having its issues.
yeah, Pulp Fiction was the first one I watched. I really liked it. I think Hateful Eight is my favorite one. I don't know. I've seen a bunch of whenever the foot stuff happens, I kind of roll my eyes a little bit. But I
Yeah,
have fun and enjoy the movies.
it's the
Yeah.
same as the incest in Rick and Morty. It's just like, there goes Dan Harmon again.
That one might be Justin. Some of those
No,
DMs
that
that
one's Dan Harmon.
Oh, it is?
That is the
You're
Dan
gonna have
Harmon
to
one.
talk to me off podcast.
I don't have anything to add. It's just like that's the thing Dan Harmon has been known to be into,
Okay.
or
Interesting.
work into plot lines or something. I don't know the extent, and I really don't want to. I just know that that
Man.
is the connection.
Okay. Yeesh. All right. We talk about movies longer than I thought we were going
Yeah,
to.
let's. Also, we spent the intro was also 15
Yeah,
minutes, so it's
that's true.
not
That's
that
true.
bad.
Okay.
Like this is a normal segment length.
Okay.
Our intro was super long because we talked about cutting Stinky Kevin's balls off.
Yeah. This part is also gonna get lengthy. I feel. Well, I mean, we'll just do
We
however
don't
many
have
we
to
do.
do all of them. We can do it
Yeah.
until we're done.
Yes. Yes. Because I feel like what I'm in a like giving opinions mood right now, and because I drank
Yeah.
coffee and I'm energized, and this is all giving opinions. Um. All right. So our next segment. I was looking up like icebreaker games and stuff, and I found this article that has moral dilemma questions. Where it's like a sticky situation where it really determines like based on your own specific morals, you might navigate the situation differently. So we are going to read some of them and then talk about what we would do in the situation.
Um. So my favorite ethical dilemma isn't on this. So can I lead with my favorite one?
Sure.
All right. There's a couple parts to this. Okay.
Okay.
It's the trolley problem, but I love talking the trolley problem. Are you familiar with the trolley problem?
I am.
Okay. I think some of the parts of the trolley problem are very easy.
Mhm.
But okay. You are for whatever reason standing at a lever at a train track. Um, the trolley or the train is coming down the tracks and it does not have enough time to stop. Tied to the tracks, um, in the direction that the train is going, are 5 people. Okay, tied to the tracks in a direction that you could turn the track to is one person. So the question is, do you pull the lever or do you not?
In the scenario where I don't know any of the people, I don't pull it
Yeah,
because yeah,
this is the first one, right? So the
yeah,
first one is, do you save 5 people, causing the death inherently of one person, or do you have no blood on your hands but 5 people die?
yeah. I would not touch it.
So you would not touch it. So you would have the 5 people die.
I feel weird if I don't know the people at all trying to make the determination of like, oh, these people collectively are worth more than this one guy, because like it's weird. And also I won't do anything under normal circumstances where I'd be like implicated in a crime, I guess. Even if I wasn't going to get in trouble for it, like I just don't think I would do that.
I actually would pull it. I would pull it. I would save more lives, which I think is interesting.
If it was a much larger number, like if it was like if there's like a bomb being dropped and it's like this bomb's gonna drop on like 100,000 people, or we can move it in this like remote place where like maybe like one person's there, like I think is like I would do that, but like 5 to 1 is like not enough for me.
Yeah, I think that's enough for just for
Yeah.
like to utilitarianly like save those.
Mhm.
And then there's obviously the one where it's just like they're people you know.
Yeah, if it's people I know, then I'm like, all right, I'm breaking the law.
I don't know if it is breaking law is the question.
Well, I mean, it's
That's
a
why I don't
weird
know.
theoretical scenario. I think I don't know. There's weird legal stuff when there's like a weird circumstance where you're trying to like do like a self-defense thing or something, and I feel like it's like kind of in that realm of thing, but I don't know. I feel like you would be in some kind of trouble for it.
Yeah. The other one though, the other problem, it's a lot easier. It is the a trolley is hurtling down a track. You are on top of a bridge, and there's like a fat guy next to you. If you push the fat guy off of the bridge, it'll stop the trolley and save like the 5 people.
Am I gonna die?
No.
Oh no, I would not. No,
It's do you push the guy, which is like that's an easy no.
I wouldn't push him even
I
if
do
I
not
was
like.
gonna die.
I do not like.
Yeah.
Like not even if they're people I know, I'm not going to like push this man.
Yeah, no, that'd be sad.
That's just a weird another one that is part of like the typical list of trolley problem questions.
Yeah. I have weird superstitions around some of these dilemmas because of that movie where they give you like $1 million and like someone random dies and then you get put on the list of people that they kill. I forget what it's called. It's like you push the button. You know what I'm talking about?
I've heard of it, so I'm
Yeah.
at least familiar with this concept.
I remember there was like a sketch about it. I don't remember if it was YouTube or on like a TV show, but like the guy's like reading the rules to the guy and he's like, if you press this button, someone somewhere will die. And he's like, okay. And he presses it and he's like, no, you didn't even hear what the prize was. And he's like, I remember that. But I'd never watched a movie, but I knew of it just through like pop culture, whatever. And now I'm like, I don't want to make any decisions because I don't want to get put on like a murder list.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
I'll read the first one, sure. So this one is called The Unfaithful Friend. You go out with your husband for dinner at a new restaurant you have not frequented before. It is in the part of town you rarely visit. I feel like these details are not important. You are shocked to see your friend's spouse having dinner with a very young, attractive person. From the way they are behaving, it is obvious they are more than friends. The couple finish their meal and leave without seeing you. They behave very affectionately on the way out the door. Do you, 1, tell your friend knowing you probably will not be believed and that it may ruin your friendship? 2, say nothing about seeing the couple as it is none of your business. They may even have an open relationship. There is no scenario where I'm not telling a close friend that. I'm not.
Same.
Yeah.
It's just like I know you're not supposed to like break apart these, but like I don't feel like I'd have any friends who wouldn't believe me, and it would ruin my friendship if like I was earnestly saying like, hey.
Yeah. This is very much written from the perspective of like, I'm an adult and we don't want to cause drama around here, and I'm like, that's not what this is. That's not
how this that's not how this works.
Yeah.
No, like be a person.
Yeah, and the thing is, if it is an open relationship, they can clarify that immediately when you tell them, and that fixes it. So
Okay.
you know. Do you want to read the next one?
Yeah. You and your family love the beach and decide to spend a weekend at an isolated beach cabin. Your teenage daughter often gets bored on your getaways, so you make plans to take your niece along. As soon as you arrive, a storm is looming on the horizon and the water looks rough. You tell the girls they can get ready to swim, but to come back and help unload the car. They do not pay attention and run to swim. You do not realize they have done so until you hear your daughter scream. Your niece and your daughter are both caught in a strong current and may be swept out to sea. You are a good swimmer, and you are positive you can save one of them. Do you save your niece first because she is a bad swimmer and will not be able to last as long? Or do you save your daughter first because although she is a strong swimmer and may be able to last long enough for you to come back after saving your niece, you cannot stand the idea of losing her?
So one, I can't relate to this problem because I can't swim, so I would be the niece drowning. But I would save my daughter. Sorry.
See, it's like even with the potential, like in this one, for like it's just not like it's not like your daughter dies. It's like your daughter could be okay.
The
It's just
problem,
like that's just like probably the niece.
yeah, the problem is like you don't like when it's written out like this. That's more information than you normally have in an emergency scenario. Like you will just see two people drowning and I don't know that you would necessarily know like you might
Yeah.
know like, oh, this one doesn't swim as well, but like they could both drown and you don't know that. I just would if I had to save somebody, if I had two people in an emergency scenario, I would save the one that I care more about.
If you can tell that like one is inherently a stronger swimmer, I'd probably save the weaker swimmer. But if you can't tell and you don't know, then like yeah.
If I'm pretty confident that one of them is going to survive, I would save the other one. But if I'm pretty sure they're both doomed, then I would pick the one that I'm more selfish about. Are you getting really choppy, slow internet?
No,
Huh.
everything's fine for me.
I hear you, and then the video is like not working. Okay. Oh, now it's fine. All right. Fixed it.
It's all working for me. Go ahead and do the next one.
Okay. An office theft. You are in charge of the petty cash at the office. However, a coworker is responsible for making a weekly trip to the bank to make the business deposit and obtain petty cash for the following week. In a conversation with your mutual supervisor, you were asked if the increase in petty cash amount was enough. You, however, have not seen any additional money. You realize your coworker has been pocketing the additional money. Do you, one, tell your supervisor you have neither asked for nor received any additional petty cash and that you suspect your coworker is pocketing the money? Two, tell your coworker your suspicions and give them a chance to pay the money back. Three, say nothing and just wait to see what happens. You can get in trouble for being an accomplice to this, so I am immediately ratting you out.
Yeah, the thing with these is that they are not quite as like tight as the trolley problem is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like there are other options. I
Yeah.
can tell my supervisor that I have neither asked for nor received any additional petty cash. And then I can direct them I cannot say I think it's that guy, but I can give them the information that I know that is publicly available and let my supervisor do their own investigation.
Yeah, they're adding like weird malicious intent with the like tell them you suspect your coworker. Like you don't have to say that. They're asking you a question and you're just giving like a simple answer. Like it doesn't have to be like I think he did it. Like that yeah.
Yeah, it's like there are more options than just these three things. You have worked years to be successful in your father's business. You felt you were obligated to take over as he worked his whole life to build the business left to him by his father. However, the large businesses in town have cut into profits, and for several years, you and your family have just managed to scrape by. Your father's health has declined, and he has been hospitalized. He has a life insurance policy that expires at midnight. If he dies before midnight, you will inherit enough money to pursue a career you've always dreamed of and provide adequately for your family. Do you kill your dad? Tell your dad the problem and let him figure it out? Or do nothing, as you cannot imagine living with yourself if you terminate your dad's life. I'm not killing my dad.
I'm not
killing my dad for the life insurance. That's a crime.
I'm not
That's
killing
illegal.
my dad, but also what life insurance policy has an expiration? It's life insurance. It's for your life. Why would you ever be in this situation? I mean, I guess if you like didn't renew it, but like he has money, like this is not. He would not do that.
I actually do think that I'm looking it up. I think you can outlive them because it's like you
Oh,
take out like a life insurance policy for a number of years.
interesting.
So I do think that is theoretically realistic.
I just think if
Um,
you knew he was in bad health, you would be extending that before you get to this
I'm
scenario.
I'm not killing my dad.
No, yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would have a moral issue with if somebody was begging me to kill them. I don't think I could do that. So when they're
I
not
would
even
not.
asking me, I would not.
Yeah,
Like,
I would refuse to even if asked. I think,
yeah.
which is a a difficult moral issue on its own. But I don't think I could do it. I don't want to kill a guy.
I played a video game where that was a choice and I did not do it. So,
I don't like being the bad guy in video games. I
yeah.
can't play through the game.
No, I try to live it like what I would actually do in real life, and I'm like, I would not do that. I'd be like, I'm not getting involved in your shit.
I like the option that's just like, should I tell my dad the problem? Dad, I'm thinking about killing you.
Yeah, like
I,
I'm like,
I need your death money. Well,
also,
okay, son, you can have my death money. You can end me.
also they have this like backstory that's like you resent him because of his business and stuff, and I'm like, I feel like they're telling me how to feel. You know what I mean? um, get rich. Your friend offers you an opportunity to make a great deal of money very quickly. He has arranged to set up an offshore account for your profits. He will not tell you exactly how he is making this money, but you get the impression it is not exactly legal. He only wants an investment of $500 and promises you will have enough from your minimal investment that you will never need to work again. Do you, one, give him the $500, deciding if you don't know how he's making it, you're in the clear? Two, demand to know the details before getting involved. Three, decide you want no part of this deal as you trust your instinct that the offer is already shady and you might even get in legal trouble. Yeah,
This isn't a moral dilemma.
this one's so easy.
This
like,
isn't
no.
a moral dilemma.
Yeah, there's no like victim to I don't know. I
my,
guess
my answer is demand to know details, find out how much trouble I would be in if I were an accomplice, and base it off of that.
you demand to know details, and he's like, "All right, it's like this crypto thing," and you're like, "I'm out." Oh, read the next one. This
Your
one's
friend
good.
tells you that they have committed a crime. They have trouble sleeping at night and feel you are the only one they can trust with their confession. A few days later, you read in the paper that someone has been arrested for your friend's crime. Do you go to the police and tell them what you know? Encourage your friend to confess and warn him if he does not do so, you will tell, or say nothing because you will not betray a friend's confidence.
Who? It really depends on the crime.
It depends on the crime.
Well,
and how bad it
actually, I mean,
is.
if the other person's innocent, well, I mean, there's some level of like you don't know what investigation they're doing, and if they arrest somebody wrongly, like there's a chance that gets fixed. But if it was like a murder or something, like I'd have to do one of the first two options.
These are all like, should I do this horrible thing or be a little bit of a jerk?
Yeah.
I mean, my answer is I go to my friend and say, hey, you got to deal with this, and depending on how bad the crime is the if I will tell the police. Like if he does not do so, you will tell. Depends on how bad the crime is. If it's like I stole a Nintendo Switch from the Walmart, it's just like,
Yeah. Also,
I'm going to be unhappy with you, and this may affect our friendship. But
if it's like a murder thing, I'm hesitant
then...
to tell them that I'm gonna tell because then they might kill you because people get real crazy when they're worried about that. I think I've said this before. I'm just making like a blanket statement to everybody I know in the world. If you want to confess a murder, don't pick me. I'm just saying right now,
I'll
like,
agree
don't
with
tell
that.
me. Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with it. Don't tell me your secrets if they're gonna get me implicated in your shit.
Yeah, because I care a lot about not going to jail, and that is don't put me in a scenario like that.
I don't want to go to the jail. I don't like that place.
um are we good to move on or anything
Yeah.
else you want to talk about? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Next one.
I had this idea. I've seen it with like mouths and like with eyes. And I've seen it like in like BuzzFeed quizzes, and also I think they did one with like mouths on like H3 one time or something. I think maybe I'm thinking of something else. It is you have to guess a celebrity by just seeing their eyes.
Am I
And
gonna know all these celebrities?
you should. I did not pick any. Well, there's like I think there was like one where I was like he might not know what this person looks like, but I don't remember if I removed that one or not.
We'll see. Let's go.
Let me find my notes because I actually forgot who some of them are. Okay, all right. So we're gonna start off. I think this game will be easy, but it's one of those things where when I was making it, I can't really tell if it's easy or not because when you know what the photo is, like your brain just like fills
Like
in the
my
gaps.
game last week, it's just like it's hard to tell how easy or hard it was.
Yeah, but
Easier than I thought it was.
I think it's gonna be really easy, but I could be wrong. Okay.
Soon.
Starting off very easy. I think.
This is like I feel like I should know who this is, but I don't.
Oh, this is gonna be harder than I thought.
Oh no.
I'll give you a hint.
Oh, is that Griffin?
No. Oh, I didn't do any McElroys. That's a good idea.
That's the only thing I got. It's just like it kind of looks like the Griffin McElroy smile.
I'll give you a hint. It's somebody I like.
Seth Rogen.
Yes, it is.
I would never have. See, that doesn't look at all like Seth Rogen to me.
That's what he's looked like the last couple of years, and he has those like glasses like that. So, yeah.
I didn't know Seth Rogen had glasses, or maybe I'm just dumb.
Oh, you're gonna have trouble with some of these.
All right. Boy, I can't wait.
All right. Who's that?
Is that the new Eminem spokesperson?
Yes, it is. It's Maya Rudolph. All right. Who's that?
Is that Ted Cruz?
No, okay, here's my problem with this person's face when I did this. This person looks like a million other celebrities. It is an actor.
Cruz.
No.
Alec Baldwin.
No. Younger, I think. Yeah, definitely younger.
You think? I don't know, dude.
We don't like him. And he's going to be voicing some stuff.
Oh, it's Chris Pratt.
Yes, it is.
Would not have guessed that, Erin. I'm gonna level with you.
That one was one of the harder ones, I think. Especially like these like celebrity photos where they're really like crisp and stuff. It also like the lighting is weird. It makes it like a little interesting. All right, who's that? I don't think you're gonna know this one.
Ted Cruz.
I'll give you a hint. They're an internet personality.
Dream.
No.
I don't know. They look older.
Is Ninja.
I never would have gotten. I don't know what Ninja. We established that I don't know.
I realized when I was showing it, I was like, "Oh wait, he doesn't know what Ninja looks like because he didn't remember that he had blue hair."
He has blue hair. I forgot that was like the Ninja thing.
The one defining characteristic.
I could not identify Ninja's voice. I've never seen a Ninja stream.
Oh, I got some fun clips for you. Who's that? We both like this person. I can't see your face.
I'm just like staring. It's just like, I don't know people by their eyes, I suppose. I thought this was going to be easier for me too.
I thought it was going to be way easier. There's 25 of them.
No. I got one of them.
This person does music. We like them.
Do I?
We like them.
I don't know, Erin.
I remember you specifically telling me you like a song by this person.
Here's my guess.
Mm-hmm.
I know, because I don't remember what they look like. Is it Skatoon?
No.
Then I don't know.
You are the one that likes the Overwatch song, correct?
Like,
Or not
which-
Overwatch, League of Legends.
Yeah. Yeah, I like
Who is
Enemy.
that?
I don't know what is that JID you mean? Or is it one of the I don't
Who
know
was in all the League of Legends promotions?
I don't know.
It's Lil Nas X.
Oh, it's that one. Sorry, the other one.
Oh.
I was thinking the wrong League of Legends song. I was thinking Enemy.
Oh no, I was like, I'm gonna put this in because Mancha specifically told me recently that he likes that song. So I was like, there's no excuse.
I don't know. It's like I don't know what Lil Nas X's eyes look like.
Well, now you know. Who's this? Oh, I thought this one was gonna be easy.
Person looks sad.
Oh, I guess.
Like they've seen a lot of stuff.
I think they have. It's an actor.
Mr. Rogers.
Oh no.
This is like, I probably know this one.
I quite like this person.
Yeah, you're gonna like most of these.
I think you also like this person.
I don't know, Erin.
I'll give you a hint. You should think in the realm of like the Seth Rogen one.
Adam Sandler. No.
Yep.
Yes.
Good job.
He would look sad.
He would look
that
sad.
was like not me just saying a name. That was like, that does kind of look like Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a hint for most of these, I feel
That's
like.
fine. I'm fine giving the hints. It's fun.
We'll see.
Who's this?
It looks like the guy who says free real estate.
It's not. It's a bit of a trick question.
I'm gonna need a hint, Erin.
It's not a celebrity. Oh man, I feel bad. It is a blurry image.
I don't know.
This is someone we know.
Yeah, I figured. Oh, is it Derek?
It's Derek.
Okay, I was like, if it's someone we know, that's gotta be Derek.
I have some trick ones thrown in there.
Yeah. Okay. So like,
I thought it was gonna be easy, so I was like, I'm gonna spice it up, and then apparently
you've gotta point me in a direction.
I can do that
because I can get them with a direction.
Yeah, I think we're having fun. It makes it fun for me
Hi,
too because I have to
Derek.
think of how to give you a hint.
That's
Hi,
not
Derek.
too easy.
I love that you said that he looks like the free real estate guy, and then the photo he's wearing like a suit. All right, who's this? It's an internet personality.
Is it? I don't know if this is weird enough of a pull, and I don't necessarily want to guess it because I think it could be very wrong.
We have talked about this person before, I think.
Well, I just think my initial guess is very wrong, so I'm not sure who it is afterwards. I'm actually pretty positive it's. Oh, is it Keem?
It is Keemstar.
I got it. I got that not from the hints. It's just like I figured it out.
Yes. Who's this?
That's Alec. That's got to be Alec Baldwin.
Correct.
That one I know. I know that look.
Yeah, he's very distinguished. Who's this? Okay. They're an internet personality.
Is that my initial guess is Gila Klein.
You would be correct.
There we go.
She got big eyes. Very yeah. Easy to
okay.
tell.
See, I could do some of these.
Yeah, you're doing fine. Who's this?
That's Dustin.
Now
that I know that there are friends in here.
Yep. Who's this?
That's one I know I should know, but I like. What am I missing?
You should know this one.
Ted Cruz again. I'm
It's
guessing
not.
it again.
They make something you like. That we both like, kind of
That we both
ironically.
like. Kind of. What do we like ironically? Jeez. It's just like having to look back at like what at like these things.
We did a segment related to the thing on the podcast.
I am. It's just like I just gotta think for a moment. I don't know. I know I should know who. Yeah, this looks very familiar. It's like I'm just trying to think what this segment is that you're referring to.
This person is a show creator. And voice actor.
Oh, McFarlane.
Yep. There he is.
I got it eventually.
I was like, I gotta work through this one. All right, who's this?
Some really old guy. Is that Joe Biden?
It is. It is our president.
Mr. President.
I picked like the most confused looking photo of him.
That's how you know it's Sleepy Joe. He doesn't know where he is, man.
He's got a very specific face. All right. Who's this?
Is that Saul Goodman?
No, I can see why you would say that.
Is it Patrick Warburton?
No, I can see why you would say that, though.
Those are my two guesses are Bob Odenkirk and Patrick Warburton.
We talked about this person kind of indirectly on the last episode.
Tom Hanks.
Yes. Good job. He's got, that one was hard.
He looks a lot like that one very memed picture of Saul Goodman from that. Is that Kevin?
How did you get that?
Because Kevin's got like the eyes.
I know.
His,
I just put that. I was like, I'm gonna
red.
put Kevin in. It's gonna be real obvious.
I know, but like that's how I also know it's my Kevin. He's got the eyes.
Kevin. He's so cute. This is before the tragedy that befell him on
Kevin with balls.
I feel bad. My background on my phone is the photo from Halloween where he's in the burger costume and we're holding him and you can see them in the photo, and now every time I look at it I'm like, oh my god, I feel bad.
Never show him that photo.
I know. Who's this?
Is that Charlie Day?
No, but you're really close.
Glenn Howerton.
Yep. I was like, Charlie Day would be too easy.
I could tell. You could tell it was the sunny guy.
Yeah, they have a look about them. Who's this?
I'm gonna need a hint, Alex.
Internet personality.
Ish. You got me stumped here, Chief. This one doesn't look familiar like a lot of the others.
You definitely have seen this person's face.
I don't disbelieve you, but
It was hard to find a non-blurry image of this person. YouTuber.
Like yeah, I mean that's in the realm I'm thinking of, but like I'm still.
I am trying to figure out how to give you a hint that doesn't just completely say who it is. He uploads a lot. Like sometimes multiple times a day.
I mean, I don't know. See, I don't know what. Is it Critical?
It is Critical.
See, I don't. That's not a fact I know about Critical.
You don't know that he'd like
I don't. I'm
posts
not
everything
subscribed to.
all the
I'm not
time.
subscribed to Critical.
He just
I watch his videos like occasionally when they pop up, but like I'm not subscribed, so I don't know his upload schedule.
all of his videos are just him in a chair talking about a thing that just happened, and
Yeah,
he'll
I
just
know
whip them
that.
up immediately. So like anytime anything happens, there's like so many videos.
I didn't know there were that many of them.
Yeah, if you go look, it's at least daily, and sometimes there's multiple. Who's this? I'll give you a hint. I was pretty sure you'd see this and think you don't know this person, but I know that you have seen them.
That's how I feel right now. It's like I feel like I don't know this person.
You're gonna be like, oh, I wouldn't. Yeah. They're in a movie that you like.
Most people are in movies that I like. They're in at least one.
I don't know that you know their name, but if you can tell me the movie.
I would need more information.
It was in your top 5.
Okay. I'm thinking okay. You don't know. Okay, so it's either Scott or Knives or.
Not from Scott Pilgrim.
Okay, so it's either Knives and it wouldn't be Matilda, so I assume it was from Knives. Is it? I don't remember what Ana de Armas looks like. Is it Ana de Armas?
Yes, it is. That's her.
Yeah, she doesn't wear like a lot of makeup in that movie.
I know. I spent a long time looking for a photo that looked even kind of more like her because like
you kind of would have just had to take a picture from the movie.
I didn't want to do that because I was like I want to make Mancha guess celebrities from celebrity images.
That's fair. I knew her name though.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't know you know her name. That's cool.
I mean, I love that movie.
Who's it?
Oh, this is like an iconic image. I can tell. It looks like one. Who is that?
It does kind of look like one. I don't think it was like a meme or anything. It was just a
looks
photo
like
of this
one.
person.
It looks like one. This is a person.
Movie actor.
They look British.
They're not, I don't think.
Then I don't have anything.
Child actor.
Oh, Culkin.
Yep.
It does. That is the Culkin like bug eye look. That's the Culkin bug eye.
All right. Who's this?
Dream.
There you go. You guessed Dream earlier. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna get it when it comes around.
I've seen that image a lot.
Who's this? This was a harder one. This person normally wears glasses.
Okay. I'm gonna need a little more than that.
Very mainstream celebrity. On a bunch of game shows. Like a game show judge and stuff.
Drew Carey?
No, he's bald.
I can only think of one bald game show guy, and it's definitely not this person.
Who is it?
I don't know who this is.
It is Howie Mandel.
I never would have gotten that.
It does. I was like trying to find hard ones, and I was like,
That is a hard one.
It was like a photo where he doesn't really look like himself, but it's him.
For reference, the only bald game show guy I can think of is Steve Harvey, and this is very clearly not Steve Harvey.
Okay, now I get what you're saying.
I don't need to fact check that.
Who's this?
That's Skitsy Mr. Beast.
There you go. I don't remember if this is the last one or if there's more. Oh no, there's a couple more. Who's this? You really like this person.
My immediate guess is it's not. I don't think it's the person who I immediately think it is.
Who do you think it is?
Mike Trapp from College Humor.
Oh no, I wouldn't have known that you like that person.
Exactly. That's my point. It's like, I don't
you,
think you know that I really like the College Humor people.
You really like this person, but you probably don't look at their face, a lot. Up close.
Who do I really like? Whose face I don't look at? What category?
You've seen the face, but like, I feel like you probably don't look closely at their face.
What category?
It'll give it away if I'm too specific. Music related. Something that is a big part of your personality.
It doesn't look like either of the Epic Rap Battles guys, so
No.
I'm not going in that direction.
Not a YouTuber.
Okay. What's a big part? Is it? Is it? It's not like Alex Brightman, is it?
It is Alex Brightman. I was like, you probably don't look at his face up close because I know I probably wouldn't.
I know generally what he looks like. Is the thing, you know?
But
it's like I know what Alex Brightman looks like without makeup. It's just like I don't know very well. Okay,
Yeah.
I got there.
All right, this might be the last one. Oh no, there's 2 more, I think.
You just keep saying that.
I forgot because I didn't like number them or anything, and I added some like at the very end.
See, this one also looks like a little like Adam Sandler.
This is a movie actor.
Ben Stiller.
Younger.
I don't.
I think this person is the same age as me.
Who's this? Tom Holland.
It is Tom Holland. Oh, this is the last one.
Among Us.
No. You know what this is.
These are eyes?
Yes. They're very low res.
These are the... I'm not making this joke this year. I'm not making the joke this year. You know I know who this is, though. Right? That was one of my secret... That was one of my secret New Year's resolutions, is I'm not feeding myself back into this joke. So I'm not going to say it, but you know who I knew.
It is the 21 kid, for those of you watching at home. All right. Think that was it.
I blacklisted that joke off of my joke list.
It'll be back.
Because I need to come up with new material that isn't
didn't
like
stop
30
you
years
with
old.
Bananagrams.
Bananagrams was original material. I pioneered that joke. How long was that? Like 6 years ago?
Oh my god, I feel so old.
Right.
That was a long time ago.
That was me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that one's original. This joke that was just referenced is not.
I'm gonna have a segment where you gotta do like math problems, and one of the answers...
I'm allowed to say the number, but like I'm trying to not make it the joke, right?
I'm just picturing you at school and like you're trying to like read off answers to a test, and you look and it's 21's written there, and you're like,
I
you just write it.
Like I could say 21. Like I'm just like not trying to feed into the meme.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Right.
I think that is it.
With that, thank you for watching our dumb show. If you want us to see us continue to do dumb shit on our dumb show, you gotta tell us. You gotta give us that like serotonin feedback. If someone gave us a clickety like in our comment or a subscribe, we really appreciate it. I'm being silly about it, but it means a lot.
Kevin has been yelling the entire time you were talking.
I actually can't hear it this time.
It was really muted. He's gotten so much like.
I was
quieter.
wondering why you were laughing. I was just like, is this really bad? Like this thing I'm saying just like awful?
No, he's like crying and it's really like quiet, and I was like, oh, poor baby.
Where are my balls?
Yeah, I feel bad. He got so much quieter. You can follow the podcast on Twitter and Instagram at appetizercast, and you can follow us at Erin MacDaddy or Moth Mancha.
With that being said, be sure to tip your waitresses, pour one out for Kevin's balls, and we'll see you next time.